Good morning, students. Today we are starting revision of periodic assessment first. That is first chapter I am starting now. Our first chapter is rational numbers. First I am telling you the summary of the chapter. What the name of the chapter is rational number. So what is rational number? A rational number is a number of the form p by q. If a number is of the form p by q, or which can be expressed in the form p by q, where p and q are integers and q is not equal to 0, is called a rational number. Like you can see 3 by 4, minus 6 by 7. What are these? These are rational numbers. Numerator should also be integer, denominator should also be integer, and denominator should be non-zero. Next is rational numbers are closed under addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. What it means? Means if we will multiply two rational numbers, then after multiplication again we will get rational number. If we will add two rational numbers, then after addition again rational number we will get. It means either if we will multiply or divide or add or subtract, then also after these operation also we will get the rational number. So we will say that rational numbers are closed under addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. Now next is addition is commutative. Means if you are adding two rational numbers and you change the order, then also answer remains the same. 3 plus 4 or 4 plus 3 is same. A plus B is equal to B plus A for all A and B rational numbers. If you are having two rational numbers, then if you add A plus B or B plus A, then result is same. If you change the order, no change in answer. Next is multiplication is commutative. Multiplication is also commutative for all A and B. A multiply B is equal to B multiply A. 3 4s and 4 3s is same. Next is additive identity. Additive identity is for rational numbers. Additive identity for rational numbers is 0, and multiplicative identity for rational numbers, multiplicative identity for rational number is 1. 0 is the additive identity and 1 is the multiplicative identity. Is it clear? Next is additive inverse. Additive inverse. What is additive inverse? Additive inverse is additive inverse of A by B. Additive inverse of A by B is B by minus A by B. See, 3 plus minus 3 is 0. Then 3 is the additive inverse of minus 3 and minus 3 is the additive inverse of 3, because their sum becomes 0 then. So additive inverse of A by B is minus A by B. We will take negative of that number. And next is multiplicative inverse. Multiplicative inverse. Multiplicative inverse of A by B is equal to B by A. Means we will take reciprocal. See, 3 by 4 into 4 by 3 is 1. So 3 by 4 is the multiplicative inverse of 4 by 3 and 4 by 3 is the multiplicative inverse of 3 by 4. So means we will take reciprocal because their product becomes 1. So each is called multiplicative inverse of each other. Next is distributive property. Distributive property of addition under multiplication. Under multiplication, A into B plus C, suppose A, B, C are three rational numbers, then A into B plus C is equal to what? First we will multiply A with B, that is A multiply B, then middle sign as it is. Again we will multiply by second term, that is A multiply C. So A into B plus C is equal to A into B plus A into C. For all A, B, C are, where A, B, C are rational numbers. Next is Rational numbers can be represented on the number line. If you want to represent 1, 2, 3, you know how to. But if 7 by 4, anyone say represent on the number line, that also we can represent on the number line. This I will also tell you, that every rational number can be represented on the number line. Now next is that between two rational numbers there lies infinite rational numbers. Suppose 3 and 4 are two rational numbers, and see how many rational numbers lies between them? Infinite. So this was the summary of the chapter. Now we are starting exercise. In exercise, first is our 1.1 exercise. Exercise 1.1. In exercise 1.1, the question number 1 is using appropriate property. Let us, two parts are there. Let us take second part. 2 by 5 into minus 3 by 7 minus 1 by 6 into 3 by 2 plus 1 by 14 is into 2 by 5. We want to simplify this. By which property? By using property we want to simplify. See how many terms are here. Between these two terms multiplication sign is there, means this is first term. Between these two also multiplication sign is there, means second term, and this is our third term. Three terms are there. And see, anything is common between them. Here 2 by 5 is here also, 2 by 5 is here also. These two terms are having one term common. So we will write here first. There will be no effect if this term I will write here or this I will write here. There will be no effect. This is a reason by commutativity. So we will write 2 by 5 into minus 3 by 7 plus 1 by 14 into 2 by 5. And this term I am writing in the last, minus 1 by 6 into 3 by 2. See, this is our first term. This is first term. This is, and then this I have taken, these two terms I have written together. Reason by commutativity. If we will change the order of the number, commutativity. By commutativity. Now see, in these two terms, this and this, what is common here? 2 by 5 is common. You know, A into B plus A into C is equal to what? A into B plus C by distributive property. Now this form is given to us, so we can write in this form by distributivity. Means, see what is common here? 2 by 5 is common. So 2 by 5 we will take common here. What we left here? Minus 3 by 7 plus 1 by 14, and this as it is, minus 1 by 6 into 3 by 2. Reason by distributivity. By distributivity. Now we want to simplify this bracket. Take LCM. What is the LCM of 7 and 14? 14 is the LCM. 7 2s are 2 3s are 6. 14 1s are 1 1s are 1. And here you can simplify if you want. 3 2s are minus 1 by 2 2s are 4 will come. Now what is minus 6 plus 1? 2 by 5 into minus 5 by 14 minus 1 by 4. 5 will cancel with 5. 2 1s are 2 7s are. So what we left here? Minus 1 by 7, and here minus 1 by 4. Again we will take LCM. LCM of 4 and 7 is 28. 7 4s are 4 1s are 4. And here 4 7s are 7 1s are 7. Both are having same sign, so we will add minus 11 by 28. This will be the answer. Now in question number 2 he is asking additive inverse. What is additive inverse of minus 5 by 9? I told you if you want to take additive inverse of any number, then we will take negative of that number. Additive inverse of a by b is minus a by b. Means we will take negative of this number and minus minus will become plus. So it means 5 by 9 will be the answer. Additive inverse of minus 5 by 9 is 5 by 9. Additive inverse of 5 by 9 is minus 5 by 9. Next is multiplicative inverse. Minus 13 by 9. We want to find here multiplicative inverse. See, what is the multiplicative inverse of a by b? It is b by a. What is the means? If it is number is positive, then multiplicative inverse is also positive, and if it is negative, it will be also negative. Only we will take the reciprocal of the numerical value. Here it is negative number, so it will remain negative. 13 by 9 we will write as 19 by 13. Next is multiply 6 by 13 with reciprocal of minus 7 by 16. We want to multiply 6 by 13 by reciprocal of minus 7 by 16. So first we will write multiplicative inverse of minus 7 by 16 is what? Multiplicative inverse means reciprocal, but sign will remain the same. And now we will multiply 6 by 13 by this number, that is minus 16 by 7. So what will come? Minus 96 by 91. You can change in mixed numeral. Divide 96 by 91. 91 ones are 1 and a 5 by 91. This will be the answer. Is it clear? So you will try the sums of this chapter. Okay. Tomorrow we will continue the same. Thank you.